So a little over a week ago, Kotaku hired. So a little over a week ago, Kotaku hired a brand new editor by the name of Austin Williams. And what do you know? To the surprise of nobody, this guy is just as bad as the rest of the ilk. You name him, he's just like him. So they're not going to learn anything new. There was actual hope from the gaming community that if they got a new editor in chief, that things might change for the better. But I'm sorry to disappoint you. But as Wade Barrett said, I've got some bad news for you. This guy is absolutely nuts. He hates gamers just as much as people like Alyssa Mercante do. In fact, it was actually exposed on Twitter that this guy, this guy's absolutely nuts. Grumps quote tweeted Ian Miles Chong some of his tweets. So take a look at these. He says Kotaku has a new editor in chief and he hates white people. Entertainment journalism is so broken. So here's just a little sampler platter of what you've seen on Austin Williams' Twitter. And this is a tweet from 2016. You can see he says, I'm in an office full of white people today. Pray for me. Now, okay, that's funny, right? It's an African-American man being funny. It's silly. It's nothing that we haven't seen maybe joked about in a sitcom or a comedy movie with a black actor as a lead. So maybe we'll give him the benefit of a doubt on that one, right? Right? Well, let's go to the next one. Working with white people, definitely a top 5 emotionally draining experience. So I've heard people say similar stuff to this in the workplace, especially when I worked in an office environment. Oh, white people are so annoying. White people are so loud. White people are this and that. White people. It's this whole thing with the woke progressive side of things where they absolutely hate white people. Even the white people that are in the woke side of things hate white people. But this is now a guy that's an editor-in-chief for a big company like Kotaku. Representing them. And this is how he feels about white people. But we're the racist, right? We're the bigots. No, he's believing in that logic that Alyssa Mercante and other people say is that you can't be racist against white people, right? Because they're not oppressed, because they're not, the minorities around here. They have white privilege. So this is the whole ideal. This is what they've been raised to think, guys. White people really are the rudest motherfuckers on the planet, right? It can't be you at all, right? Because they are all special little snowflakes. And Grump said it best. They really know how to pick these people. It's like gaming journalism. Why is it so infected with so many of these weird woke tards? And I'm going to go ahead and hit a like on this because this was just exposed ridiculously huge. And why are we surprised? This happened a week ago that they just hired him as the new editor-in-chief, and it's all coming out now. Dr. Pika says, a black man that's racist towards white men, but I wouldn't be surprised if he treats white women too courtly. And that's the case. All these guys raise their little sword and shields to protect Mommy Mercante and, whoever else all the ilk are, the nose ring brigade that they all like to simp for. James Drexel fist hand says, should fit right in. Absolutely. I bet you they've already had their fucking Trump derangement syndrome meetings already. And you can see John Della Rose says, did anyone expect anything different from Kotaku? George Latorche says, and they have the nerve to talk about tolerance and inclusion. Kaida says, I'd say I'm surprised, but it's Kotaku. Sure Noble says, I'm in an office full of black people today. Pray for me. Black people really are the rudest motherfuckers on the planet. Working with black people is definitely a top 5 emotionally draining experience. And that's just to show you guys, if you found offense to what I just said there, that's funny because if it was really the other way around, switch out white people with black people, and it would change the tune of the whole thing. Woke people would just be blowing a gasket. Oh, you're racist. Oh, you're a bigot. Oh, you're, this and that. Everything but a son of God in the book. Let's be completely fucking honest here, man. Them hiring Austin Williams This is a DEI hire. And I know to wokies, that's a slur. This is a DEI hire. This is to get diversity points. This is for them to be like, look, we have a person of color in charge. Because according to what I've seen from John Delarose's video and Smash JT's video, who he actually did an article about this individual right here as well. This guy literally has no qualifications. Even looking at Smash's video right here, he says he brings with him a rich background of games. Haha, nah, just kidding. It's music journalism, as well as an academic role teaching at the City College of New York. He instructs courses ranging from media studies to freshman composition and deep diving into the genres and rhetorical situations they will encounter professionally. So even being hired at the top spot at Kotaku, he still retained his job to also moonlight as a professor of media studies. Hey, at least he's earned the title of professor. And that's where my pleasantries end. So this is just like the cusp of it. Stuff is coming out. And of course, this gentleman, after being exposed, has gone protected. That's what these people do. It seems about right, right? So the new editor-in-chief has already gone protected because of all his old tweets hating on white people. And I didn't get to get any of them while they were still active, but I've seen other people like Smash. He showed several of them on his video. And Mark Fox pulled up a few of these in here that were the same ones that we showed. These are the ones that are trending, these three. But, you know, Mark Fox actually said it best right here. He's no doubt cleaning his timeline of his bigoted anti-white hatred. That's what they do when they go on protected tweets. They have to scrub. They have to sweep stuff under the rug because for as racist and bigot they claim us grifters to be, they're 10 times worse. They project it. But let's look at Austin Williams because some articles that he's written in the past have come to light with such great titles as I'm a black man and I want a black woman therapist because white ain't right, according to him, right? These people get hired to write this stuff. The woke men on TV still have a long way to go. So he's literally talking about New Girl and how the writers' rooms are still dominated by straight white men. Look at this. He had to emphasize in parentheses, white, straight white men. These guys don't believe in white men having any kind of creative control, any kind of power in the industry. They want white men to be oppressed as they feel. Look, why you should curse around your kids. Literally wrote an article about why you should curse around your children. I mean, his Trump derangement syndrome is unreal. 5 healthcare organizations Trump wouldn't want you supporting. And there was even a tweet going around of him comparing Trump to a Nazi, which is one of the classic insults of all time for these guys when they have TDS. So Austin Williams has gone protected, guys. That tells you enough about this individual. Tells you enough about what kind of human being he's going to be. And unfortunately, it seems like Kotaku's going to continue to be poisoned as far as this whole woke logic goes. Everything from the top to the bottom, whether it's Mercante, Caroline Petit, you name it. It's a whole bunch of whack jobs that are actually political activists cosplaying as gaming journos, but they write about everything but video games. These guys really don't give a shit about video games at all, guys. It's already shown it. They're more obsessed over white men and hating white men and sticking it to white man and being oppressed and having some kind of label to identify themselves with, whether it's their gender, whether it's their preferred pronouns, whether it's their sexual orientation, whether it's the color of their skin. They all have to have some kind of weird form of oppression. And it's all because we hate straight white males. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. They call us grifters. They call me grifter, hypnotic, smash, grums, Melanie Mac, quartering. They call us all grifters because ultimately we're pushing back against whatever woke narrative they're wanting to push out there. They would never hire somebody that's not a DEI hire at Kotaku to be the editor in chief. Even Stuttering Craig was making a joke out of it when he applied a few weeks back. Kotaku's helpless. Now they got this weirdo in charge. So, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're brand new.